All right, so welcome back to Coffee Cafe. So now that so this is what happened. We completed our very first task here where we actually obtained our very first inventory item, okay? So now that we did that, we completed the journal, right? We completed the ledger and we completed the inventory worksheet for the first time. So now let's go ahead and start continuing off where we left off, which is going to be right here where we created another purchase order. Okay. So in this case, right, what did I order?
Wait a second. On a different page. So. Where are you? Which page it is one?
This one, let me see. I don't know what page this is. This is page 4 of week 2. Okay, so this is right after we just received our periodic coffee mugs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the page right after that. Top of the page of page 4.
Invoice 300 and something? Nope.
Mm.
That I get it. Mm-hmm. Purchase 125 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Regular coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this. That. I get it. Okay. So we purchased coffee.
In this case, what did we actually do?
Purchase coffee for 135 pounds.
Now, did we actually do a purchase or did we do a purchase order?
A purchase order.
Okay, so did we actually buy coffee?
You know, when I print that on the computer, it doesn't write the order. So there is, you have that. Okay, let me add that. So it's a purchase order, yeah?
Correct. It's a purchase order. So in this case, we need to go into our purchase orders list, right? Because we have to put it into the system. Just like in QuickBooks, right? We have the purchase orders little icon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in this case, this is 610. Who are we?
Coffee.
From Atlas Coffee Importers, okay. I think importers, okay. What did we buy?
We buy two kind of coffee,
Mm-hmm.
the regular and the supreme.
Okay, for how much?
For 168 and 193.
Total cost is $362.50.
362.50. Yep.
Good. All right. Now, in this case, did we actually pay for it? Did we receive the coffee?
We have the invoice. So.
Okay, we're not on the next part yet. We're still on the purchase order.
No, we just have the order.
Okay, perfect. So that means no journal needs to be done here. Okay. So then on the 10th of June, what did we receive? We received an invoice.
Invoice.
Okay. What was this invoice for?
For the brewer and the grinder.
Yes, for the coffee brewer and coffee grinder. Good. Excellent.
Sure. We have terms.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, we have to record that on on the order. We have to record that we received the bill.
Yes, we do have to record that we received a bill or invoice. Now in this case, right? I'm going to tell you that we're going to put into miscellaneous expense account. Okay?
What?
I want you to put it in the miscellaneous expense account. So why should I do this? Because here I'm also going to give you some extra information that you need to know. So in this case, right, additional work needs to be done on the coffee grinder before putting it into service. Okay, so it's not ready yet because we need to build a foundation and we need to reinforce it so that it stays on the foundation for the electrical work. And I'm sorry, we need to also build electrical wiring for the coffee grinder to be able to be plugged into a wall. So in this case, right, I want you to go ahead and just set it into miscellaneous expense account.
So we put all the, okay.
Okay? I'm telling you to do this, okay?
So miscellaneous expense, we have to generalize that.
Mm-hmm.
And that is said, and that we pay. That's we pay 1,131. So down payment, prepaid account.
Mm-hmm. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do miscellaneous
expense.
Okay, account number 19990. Okay. And yes, we had a down payment. Yes, we did, which is going to be applied to the invoice. So therefore, we have a prepaid accounts. Okay, and then what else? I'm going to make a payment to this later.
So account payable.
So it'd be accounts payable. Good. Okay.
We have a total of 2,000.
Okay. So how much was the was the prepaid amount?
1,171.87.
1,171.87 Okay. How much is my whole entire bill for?
2,634.15.
Okay. So in this case, if I made a payment of $1,171.87, that's my total amount that is due, right? So if that's the case, and that's how much I owe. I owe $2,634.15, right? So that means how much is my total amount of my...
We still owe.
What was the total amount that I have to put in my miscellaneous expense?
Oh, one second. It's 2,6. Actually,
Look at the bill. It will help you if you look at the bill.
yeah. Now the total of the cost is 2,634.
2,600. That is how much you owe now.
Yes.
Okay. My question is to you: what is the total amount that you were originally billed for?
For 2,634.15 plus the 1,171.87, 3,806.02.
Yes, and if you look at the bill, that's what the total amount is due is $3,806.02.
Oh, shush, I didn't pay attention to the middle of the bill, so I see everything except the total.
It's okay, don't worry about it. That's why I said look at the bill if you need help to tell me what the total is. So in this case, the grand total amount without the payment is going to be $3,806.02, which includes both the coffee grinder and the coffee brewer with the tax. Okay. Now in this case, because I made a down payment, right, that went against my bill, So therefore, I already paid a down payment of $1,171.87. So therefore, I still owe $2,634.15 left remaining. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So this case, okay, good. Now let's go ahead and let's go ahead and list out what happened here. Like, what's my description going to be? In this case, who did I receive this letter from or this bill from?
Hallie Bros.
Mm-hmm. Hallie Bros. Okay.
Bros.
What invoice number is this?
Number 351.
351. Invoice number
Number 351. Amount.
351. Now in
The
this
terms.
case, yeah, what are the terms?
It is 1% 15 net 30.
1%.
15 30 net. Net 30, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
Good. So where do we need to go first?
To the ledger.
We're going to go to the ledger first, okay? Okay. So now we're going to go to miscellaneous expense first. Now this is what I want you to list out in the miscellaneous expense because at the end of the day, we are going to be separating the coffee brewer and the coffee grinder.
Mm-hmm. So you want to put the both amounts separate?
Correct. Well, not in here separately, but I want to make a note. How much does my coffee brewer cost and how much? Yeah, exactly. So in this case, right, I'm going to go ahead and put the side on my ledger right here to let me know how much each item is for. Okay. So in this case, how much was my coffee brewer?
2,266 plus taxes.
Okay. How much was my coffee grinder?
1,249.95.
What was
Plus
that?
taxes.
1,000.
249.95.
Sorry, I'm not registering. 1249.95. 1249.95. Okay. So how much is it if it's taxed?
So let me see the first one. So it is 2266. Oh, sorry. Times 0.0825. So it's 186.95. The first one, the brewer. And then the total taxes is 290. So the second one, the grinder is 103.05506.
So in this case, right, I need to round up here. So 186.95, while this one is 103. Oh, I missed the number. 103.12. Right? So then I get 290.07, which on my form, does that equal out for the tax? 290.07. Good. All right. So that means my total coffee brewer is $2,452.95, while my coffee grinder is $1,353.07. Okay, to give us 3,806.02, which is correct, right? That's the amount that we owe. So in this case, I'm going to make note of it. This is what it is, okay? So, okay, so I'm going to make a note saying that my coffee brewer, so coffee brewer cost $2,452.95. Okay, and my coffee grinder with tax is 13.
5307.
Okay, right into my notes right there. And in this case, right, we are still on the second journal, our third journal.
Yep. The
Okay.
third page.
And we're going to increase my miscellaneous suspense account by $3,806.02. Okay. So therefore, what's my account balance now?
3,806.02.
Good. Okay. So eventually I'm going to move those items out of my coffee brewer and my coffee grinder. But right now, because I need to fix and do some extra work on my coffee grinder, I decided to put it in this account for now until I finish making adjustments and additional things I need to put in there. So I need to do a foundation and I need to do electrical work on there. So therefore, those are costs that are going to be needed in order to have the coffee grinder put and ready for service. Okay. So then let's go ahead and see what happened next. Okay, so now that's the coffee, the miscellaneous suspense. So now we need to go to prepaid accounts.
We have to update the purchase order too, no? Because we received the orders.
Yes.
I think we have that.
I mean, okay, I guess we could do that now, and then we'll come back to the ledger after, so if that's what you want to do. Okay, so PO, right? We received our coffee brewer and coffee grinder. Okay, for what invoice number?
351, and the amount is different. The amount that is without taxes, so it is just estimate.
Yeah, in this case, the estimated amount number in here is just to verify that this is correct. That this invoice belongs to this invoice. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so now we got to go prepaid accounts because we have to apply our voucher, right? Because we put a deposit into here and it got applied to an invoice. So in this case, I need to update my my ledger account here for prepaid accounts to say that down payment applied to invoice number 351. Okay. Right, you got the general journal number 3. So in this case, we're decreasing our voucher because we're redeeming it, right, for the 1171.87. So in this case, how much is my account balance?
7,826.04 minus 1171.80. 6,654.17.
Good.
Yep.
Good. So now that has been applied to the invoice, we now need to update our accounts payable account. Because now we owe more money. Okay? Okay?
Yep.
So there we are. Okay? It is for
2,000.
invoice number 351, right? General journal 3. And we owe how much more left?
2,634.15. So it is 11,863.9.
11,863.9. Good. Excellent. Okay. So then now the journal's done, the ledger's done, the PO is done. What's next?
The subsidiary ledger.
Correct. Subsidiary ledger is next. Okay. All right, here we are at the subsidiary ledger. Okay, now we need to look for Haley Bros. Okay, so HH. Here's here you go, Haley Bros. Okay, so this is where we can go ahead and say that we received the bill. Okay.
Now we have there an amount that we pay from
Mm-hmm.
that, from the same. So what we write, we need to pay left from the coffee. You write the bill and
What do you mean by that?
because we have on the top the 7, we pay we give the down payment. So now when you write down the notes, coffee brewer and coffee, so that you continue the okay.
Well, in this
That's
case
the
now,
payments.
right, those previous two ones were just down payments. You don't technically have to write in that you're going to apply a down payment because you'll be able to do that without saying you have a down payment.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and say this is General Journal 3.
Mhm.
Okay, oh, that's 2. Excuse me. General Journal 3. Okay, what were my terms?
1%, 15 net, 30.
Okay. So if I paid within 15 days, what date do I need to pay in order to make the discount?
The 25th.
25th. Okay, good. And then what day do I need to pay in order to...
Days. 30 days to the 10th of July. Yep.
Perfect. Okay, good. Now, so let's go ahead and calculate it this way. So in this case, right, do we have a prepaid account or a prepaid amount? Yes, we do, right?
Yes,
This
we
is
do.
the down payment, right? This is before we received a bill. Did we have to make a payment? Yes, we did.
Yes.
And we made a payment for the $11.71 and 87 cents.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what was the total original bill due before the payment was applied?
3,806.02.
Okay. So if I go ahead and apply my formula, right, saying that I had an invoice amount minus my prepaid, because prepaid accounts will decrease it, right? The down payment will decrease it if I have any returns, if I have any discounts, and if I made any payments. So in this case, now it shows me that I owe $2,634.15 remaining, which is true, right? That's my billed invoice amount that I actually owe.
Oh. So now when we're gonna, if we pay the 25th with 15 days, so we have to record again that we have a discount and the amount and everything.
Correct. But we wouldn't put the whole thing in there because we already did the bill, right? So if we do make a payment, we just pay less and calculate what that 1% is for the discount.
If you pay 20 payment, you're gonna record every single payment on this ledger, on the subsidiary ledger.
Whenever we make a payment, yes.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. Doesn't matter how many payment, how many time you.
No. It doesn't matter. If you want to make monthly payments or if you want to make weekly payments, whatever it is, yes, you can do and record the payment for everything every single time.
Okay.
Okay, but the circumstances when you have terms and you have a discount period, you should actually pay the whole thing at once in order to get the discount.
Yes. Yeah, but actually, you pay a down payment, and the next bill is the bill that it came is 2,630. It didn't come on payment; it comes the full bill, no? So.
Well, that's because they required us to have a down payment. They said, no, we will not serve you if you do not make a down payment.
Yep. Okay. Got it. So now we have the additional work and everything.
Yep. Now we have the additional work that we must complete on the coffee grinder. So, of course, now that we have that done, right, we received another bill. What bill was this from?
What's that? Let me see. It's a different company.
A different company. What did this company do?
But let me see. This is a split fee. The shipping.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
So that means there was separate shipping charges for
Mhm.
delivering the coffee brewer and coffee grinder.
Mhm.
So in this
That's
case,
that's common. That is coming to separate bill, or it doesn't come in one bill. I don't know.
it depends on the company because the company could have their own separate shipping company or they can actually be the shipping company as well. In this case,
Mhm.
they must be one small kind of company because they rented out a third party person to go ahead and deliver the stuff for us. That's very
Mhm.
common of many companies. Not all companies can afford afford
Delivery the
exactly.
package.
So, for
Mhm.
example, Amazon, right? In the very beginning, Amazon never delivered their own packages because they didn't have their own delivery company.
Company.
They relied on FedEx,
Mhm.
UPS, the actual postal service to deliver all the packages. And that's why shipping was so expensive. Now that they have their own shipping company,
Company.
right, where they hire people to
So
ship the
they
stuff
they
for
do it
them,
for them.
yes, so then they would bill them all in one go. In this case, yes, but in this case, what's so different about this separate shipping company? It's a third party vendor, right? What's so
Yes.
different about this one? What are the
I don't know.
terms?
The terms. There are terms. Then COD. Oh, when they deliver it, they're gonna they're gonna pay them. They have the delivery.
Yes. In this case, this is a scenario where,
Cash
in order for
cash
you
on
to,
delivery. I
good,
forgot.
in order for you to accept the shipment, right? This is
Mhm.
a third party vendor that has nothing to do with Halle Bros themselves, right? This is Valerie Delivery Company. In this case, they're the ones that's delivering the machines to your store.
Mhm.
So in this case, right, you are obligated to make a payment to them because they are a separate shipping company than from Halle Bros itself. So in this case,
Mhm.
we are obligated to have to pay them cash on delivery. And in this
Yeah.
case, do we have cash on our hands?
And we're supposed to pay. Well,
Well,
we
yes,
pay.
we are supposed to pay, but do we have cash on our hands?
I don't think so. The $30,000 they are in the bank, no. So I don't know. I'm not so sure. Because at the beginning, no, we don't have money on
Okay, so how should we pay them then?
press check.
Yes, right? If we don't have
Mhm.
cash on our hands, the only way that we're able to
Oh,
pay
yeah,
right then and there is through a check, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
The
there you
check is
go.
here. The check is the 1511.
So in this case, we're going to be writing a check out to Valley Delivery Services, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, for what amount?
350.
$350. And as you can see here, right, they delivered a coffee brewer and coffee grinder, and they charged you a flat fee of $350 to deliver. So in this
Mm-hmm.
case, right, where is our coffee brewer and coffee grinder?
What is what is it? You talk about the account that we use, or
Mm-hmm.
do you talk about the?
Because where did we put it?
Oh, we put it in the miscellaneous. That's the reason you.
Exactly. So in this case, let's also put that in the same spot too, okay? So,
Mm-hmm.
right, it is 610.
Some
We're going to place it into miscellaneous suspense.
miscellaneous. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the reason. Suspend. And we pay. We check.
And we're paid with a check. Okay, for how much?
For 350.
$350. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, right, we need to go to our check register because we wrote out another check. Okay,
Yep.
for the 10th of June. Okay.
For 350 to Valley Delivery Service.
Good. So we wrote check number 1511. Go ahead.
We cannot write freight and checking. We have to specific we have because we add another to miscellaneous suspense. You cannot write freight and checking. It's not another. You can use this account.
In this case, we only use freight expense for inventory. Is this inventory?
No.
No. We bought a fixed asset, right? What's included in the cost of a fixed asset?
I don't know.
Remember, it's anything that gets the asset ready for service. So in this case, how did you get the machine? You have to include the cost of shipping because that's how you get it ready for the service, is that it got delivered to your store. Okay, so in this case, we're dealing with fixed assets, not inventory. So freight expense is strictly only for inventory. So there you go. Miscellaneous expense. We got the check number, right? So let's go ahead and fill the information here, right? Who did we deal with?
So, Valley Delivery Service.
Good. Okay.
And check. We have an invoice number. So
yes.
We create an order or no?
No, in this case, no. This is just billing information, so you know why you made a payment and to what bill did you pay. So in this case, this was for invoice number 301. Okay, and how did you pay in the bill for invoice number 301? We paid it with a check.
1511.
Good.
Right. Yep.
And again, you can also put COD for delivery, right? Because that's why you paid. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so
we're going to miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous. Okay, so ledger. For miscellaneous, so all the way down to the bottom. Wait, no. In here, various miscellaneous expense. Okay.
So January, to go June 10.
Okay.
We have invoice 301. Pay we check at 1511. Something shipping cost.
Okay, so in this case, it was $350 for the shipping cost. Now, in this case, right, we're assuming that the coffee brewer and the coffee grinder are two massive machines, right? They probably both weigh the same amount.
Oh, you want to separate them out?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, right, we're going to need to separate the shipping anyway. We can't say that the coffee brewer can take all $350 worth of shipping. We have to split it in half because in this case, we are assuming that the coffee brewer and the coffee grinder, right, are both heavy. So in this case, right, how much is going to go to the coffee brewer and how much is going to go to the coffee grinder?
It's going to be half and half, so it's 175.
Okay, and then grinder.
You can ask for those details to the company, or you just estimate more or less the cost of the shipping.
Okay, so in this case, right, because if you're the bookkeeper, whatever the accountant tells you how to calculate the shipping is what's good. It's what you're going to be using. So in this case, right, where I believe I wrote it on the top of the invoice that 50% is going to go to the coffee brewer and 50% is going to go right here. So 50-50 for the coffee brewer. Now that's because in this case, right, you can, if you want it to be as accurate as possible, you can weigh the machines and then figure out the exact number based on that. There's other ways where you can do upon the price value to divide it, but in this case, right, when we understand shipping, shipping is either or, okay? Shipping is either based on weight or it's based on the size. Most cases, because this is equipment, it's definitely going to go based on weight, not the size of the box.
The size of.
Okay.
Actually, you can use the description of the product that it is most of the time that is on the catalog from the box for to know the weight or something like that, but to be specific. I just
Yeah, but in this case, you're the bookkeeper. Are you
we don't have
responsible
it.
for calculating everything down to the actual cent?
Suppose yes.
No,
No, no,
you are just
not.
told what to record. In this case, I'm the accountant, you're the bookkeeper. I'm telling you, split the freight in half, 50-50.
Okay, I got it.
You are not responsible to have to calculate everything down to its cent.
To the cent.
So in this case, I'm just making a general assumption because I don't want to have to calculate it as accurate as possible, right? I'm going to say, well, these are two machines. They're pretty big. They probably weigh about the same amount. So I'm going to say 50% goes to coffee brewer, 50% goes to coffee grinder. All right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right. So there you go.
So we go to miscellaneous.
So miscellaneous, all right, let's go ahead and finish up this ledger. So we have 50% go to the coffee brewer and 50% go to the grinder. So 175 for each. Okay. Now in this case, how much was my total freight or shipping?
$350.
$350. So therefore, what is my grand total in my account balance?
So 4,100 and I don't know. Wait a minute. It's 200, 300, 156.02.
Good. 4,156.02. Okay. And then, of course, we also need to update our checking account because we wrote a check to pay for the delivery. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way up to the top of my accounts here, and I wrote a check out for
350.
Check number 1511. Okay, General Journal 3, and I wrote a check out for $350. So my total ending balance is going to be
5,752.42.
good. Okay, 5,752.42 is all I have left in my bank account. All right, so not doing so well, but that's the price of doing business and starting up your business, right? You're going to be spending a lot of money to start up your company. Okay? All right, so good. So that's miscellaneous expense. So now where else do we need to go?
The subsidiary ledger.
Okay.
So we have to the Valley Delivery Service.
Because it's a third-party vendor, right? Has nothing to do with Hallie Bros. Hallie Bros just told them what to do. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to look up Valley Delivery Services. So right here, Valley Delivery Services, okay?
Yep.
610. And then you can also say freight for brewer and grinder, right? You can put invoice number 301, okay? Post reference,
Page 3.
page 3. No terms, but the terms is COD, okay? And of course, if it's COD, therefore, what was the billing amount for?
350.
And did we pay it?
Yes.
Yes, we did. So therefore, we should, right, if you do the formula, your invoice amount minus prepaid minus returns minus discounts minus payments, you should owe $0 to Valley Delivery Services. Okay, there you go. Okay.
Yes, we did it.
Okay.
Now, remove the coffee brewer from the miscellaneous expense.
Yep, there you go, right? Next thing we gotta do is we need to remove the coffee brewer from miscellaneous expense. Okay, so that means we need to take it out of miscellaneous expense and put it in its proper account. So let's go ahead and take a look at miscellaneous expense because we need to figure out how much the coffee brewer is worth. So let's go ahead and take a look at our ledger again, right? And see what my coffee brewer is going to be for. So, right, that's why I had you do your little calculations on the side here, right? We know that the coffee brewer right now with tax is $2,452.95. We need to also take out the $175 worth of shipping from that. So I'm going to go back to my calculations, right? Because now I need to actually add my $175 for shipping. Okay? So in this case,
2,627.95.
good. Okay?
So
2,627.95 is what I'm going to take out from my miscellaneous expense. Where am I going to put it into?
In the coffee brewer, that's what he said.
Coffee brewer account. So in this case, I'm going to increase
the coffee.
And I'm going to take it out from my miscellaneous. Okay, so what account number is my coffee brewer account?
Let me see. Coffee brewer. Where is it? The coffee, the desk, the counter. The grinder is here. What is? Oh, here, 15,010.
Okay. And miscellaneous is 19,990. Okay. So how much am I taking out? 26.
2,000. Yeah, 627.95. Okay, 5, 2, 6, 2795.
Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my description to move coffee brewer to new account. Okay. Because that's all you're doing, right? You're moving it from one account to another. So now that I have that, right, let's go ahead and actually physically do it in my miscellaneous expense first and then transfer over into my coffee brewer account. Okay, so in this case, right, it is still 610, right?
Again, sorry, I wasn't. Pay attention 1 second.
Okay.
You are in right now in the
We've
miscellaneous?
we finished the journal. Now I'm in miscellaneous expense ledger account.
Miscellaneous.
Since I'm already here, might as well just go ahead and take it out.
So let me see. So we have a 4,556. Oops. Shush. 2 minus 2627.95. So we still have it 1,928.07. How? Let me see. Oh, I make a mistake. It's okay. You're right. I have put 500. 02 minus, yep, 2627.95. 1,528.07. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And that's the price of your coffee
Of the
grinder.
coffee grinder.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That what we calculate before? It is.
Yes.
Oh, with the yes, with the freight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So now that I moved it out from my miscellaneous expense, I need to drop it into my new account for the coffee brewer account. Okay, so coffee brewer right here. Today's the 6th or 6/10. And now I have coffee brewer number 2.
Number 2. Oh, we have another one. Or is the
Yeah, because when we first bought the business, right, we
the
had
business
one.
it was Yep.
Okay.
Yes, so we have let me see. This is the how much it was the amount of the I forgot. I don't have the amount.
For what, like the price of it?
Yes.
Like
I have
what do you need? Like the actual price, the tax price, what?
with everything. The
Everything?
tax with the yes the what we calculate right now. I just didn't write it down.
Okay, so I think let me
Okay.
go ahead and go down and figure that number out for you. So here it cost you 2,266 plus tax of 186.95 and then 175 freight.
Oh, but we don't have the total for
Oh, the 26.27.95?
yes. That we have to calculate now for the total of the coffee we
Okay.
have one. So you have to add here we go 27. Okay, 27.95. So 4,000. The balance 4,527.95.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Sorry. Let me add those together. 4,527.95. Yes.
95. Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're done with this one.
Yes, because in this case, did we deal with anybody?
Yep.
Nope, we didn't have anybody else to deal with. This is an internal transaction, so no vendor, no customer, and nobody else was involved with this transaction of us moving the coffee brewer.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep.
So in this case, let's see what's next.
So now we have a reinforce the foundation of the coffee grinder.
Okay, so we hired somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all we did. What did any transaction that we need to put in here?
No, we don't record that on the ledger, on the subsidiary ledger.
In this case, no, because
We don't need.
what other information do we need to put in here? That we hired them?
Yes, we can hire them, but they're gonna give us a service later, no?
Right, but
Because
they haven't billed us yet.
mm-hmm, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So nothing there. Okay. See if we're good on time. Okay, good. So in this case, right, what happened next?
Receive the bill from
Oh,
now we have
sorry.
to record them. Now they coming with the bill. So remodeling CO, the store job, 1890 with the invoice 1754. Now we have to record them.
Yes, now we need to record that we received a bill from the LV remodeling for
Mm-hmm.
what?
For 1890.
For what? What did they do?
Oh, they remodeling the store.
Good, right? So we have LV remodeling for remodeling the store, and then we also rehired them to complete the foundation. In this case, they haven't completed the foundation yet. They just finished remodeling the store. So in this case,
Mm-hmm.
there you go. Now in this case, because we contracted them to fix the store, right? I'm going to go ahead and say that this is called subcontracted labor expense.
So we have a subcontractor. How we call that?
Mm-hmm.
Expense. Subcontractor expense.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't pay them. We have a 4 day for to pay them.
Mm-hmm.
So account payable.
Mm-hmm. Now in this case, I finished my journal here. So I'm going to start on my 4th page in the journal. Okay, so it's 6. I believe we're on the next day, right? We're on June 11.
Let me see.
Yes, we're
Yes,
on
it
June
is
11.
11. June
Okay.
11, page 4
Mm-hmm.
from the journal. Page 4, and then the June 11. And we have a subcontractor expense. So this is the account number. Let me see.
Okay, right? We have subcontractor labor expense. So what account number is that?
6,510.
Okay. And accounts payable is
Account
20,000.
payable 20,000.
Now, how much did I receive the bill for? What amount?
1890.
Okay, 1890. Okay, so in this case, you have all the information you need to fill in the description. Okay, so who did I receive a bill from?
From remodeling seal.
Mhm.
LB remodeling seal. LB remodeling. Invoice. We have an invoice here. $1,754 if you want another invoice. 1,754, and you have a term from 4 days.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, everything looks good. So,
Now we'll go to the ledger. No.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Subcontracted labor expense, what kind of expense is that? Or, sorry, what kind of account is that?
It's an expense.
Sorry, I gave you the answer to that. Yes, it is it is an expense. So let's go to expense operating. Okay, here we have freight expense,
We have
insurance expense, labor expense. Here you go, subcontracted labor expense.
mhm.
Okay, so again, 611. What was this expense for?
For the subcontractor, I don't know, for the remodeling.
Right? Does it to design the store? That's why we
Mhm.
had them. Now in this case, post reference. When did this transaction happen? General Journal 4 for how much?
For 1890.
For 1890. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All of this, because the product that you buy, you write the order. But the service, you don't write the order anywhere. Just you journalize and that's all. You don't have
Yes, in this case, this is a service that we bought, right? So in this case, yes, you just journalize it here. But when we buy things such as like inventory or fixed assets, right? The rule to calculate the total cost is to include all costs to get to
percent.
this, to get ready for the service.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in this case, yes, good.
So we're going to account payable.
Okay, so we're gonna go to accounts payable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here they are, accounts payable.
So we have, let's see.
You said invoice number 1754.
Yes. Yes. Page number 4. 90 plus and okay, so 18. Have a 13,753.90.
Good, right? Good. Okay, so then,
We have to go to the subsidiary.
because we dealt with LV remodeling. Okay, LV remodeling. So here we are at Valley Delivery Services. So we have to go up until we find LV remodeling. Here's the Las Vegas RJ landlord properties.
We don't give them any number to the vendors.
What do you mean? What? What do you mean?
A reference of
Mm,
no, you don't put any reference, any number, vendor number, 10, doesn't matter.
and it doesn't matter in this case. Even QuickBooks doesn't require vendors to have a vendor number unless you're like electronically funding, you're transferring money to them. In this case, no, they're just regular vendors, right? We can go to the store and pick up stuff. Do we have to have a vendor number for them?
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily.
No, no, sir. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So get your LV Remodeling Company, right?
15, okay. Remodeling the store.
Design store.
Design
Okay.
store. 1,754.
Okay.
And on the page number 4.
Okay.
And the 10 net 4.
Net 4, good. Net 4. So because it's net 4, there's no discount due date. But when is the bill actually due?
The 15.
Due on the 15th. Okay. In this case, how much was I invoiced for?
1890.
Yes. Okay. And in this case, I didn't make a payment to them.
Nope.
So therefore, right, if I apply my formula, right, I should get that I owe Elvin Remodeling $18.90.
1890. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
So,
Okay. So
mm-hmm.
then what has happened next?
Hire Irene Jameson for in-store help. Pay 8.5 per hour with no extra benefits. Okay, so that's an employee, no?
Yes, this is an
Right.
employee. Correct. And that's correct. So in this case, right, if you're using the Word document, I said that you needed your payroll sheet. But if you are working on your Excel files, they are falling under your subsidiary ledger, right? Because it's going to be everybody that's involved in your company. So that includes a list of your customers, a list of your vendors, and as well as your list of employees. So in this case, we just hired Kim Jameson to help. I'm sorry. We just hired Irene Jameson to help out the
Irene.
store. Okay?
Mhm.
Now in this case, right?
Yes.
This is what I'm going to pay her. I'm going to pay her $8.50 to work full time for here
40
from
hours.
Friday to Tuesday, 40 hours a week. No extra benefits, and she start to work on the 14th of June. Okay, payroll period is bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly.
So in this case, tell me, what do I need to do with this transaction?
To calculate how much you're going to pay her? The cost of the employee?
Well, first off, let's talk about what today's date is.
To the what?
What's
To the
today's date?
11 is was, no?
Yes.
Yes,
When did she start to work?
On 3 days. Another 3 days.
And another 3 days. So do I need to pay her?
No.
She hasn't even started work yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I can't technically I technically cannot write her a check because she hasn't even worked a day yet.
Uh-huh. But you calculate the cost of your employees, no? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Well, when am I paying her today?
No.
So when do you calculate the cost?
When you're going to pay her? A few days before?
Yeah, either or. Yes, in a real world, you would do it 3 days before and then make a due date, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, am I paying her yet?
No.
She hasn't even worked yet. She hasn't even started work yet. So in this case, I don't owe her anything
No.
because she hasn't worked any hours for me yet. She's scheduled to start work on the 14th. Okay? So if that's the case, right?
She have to fill your W-4.
Yes, yes. In this case, I'm not going to have that on there or anything like that. So in this case, right, what should I do, okay, with this
Nothing.
piece of information?
Wait. I don't know. You want to do the contract? I don't know. You prepare the contract for the 14. I don't know what you want to do.
Yes, but
Nothing.
she's a full-time employee, right? She's an actual employee. She's not an independent contractor. So in this case, where should I put all this information? How do I know when payday rolls around? How do I know when to pay her, how much to pay her, how much taxes to take out of it from her? How do I know that?
How do you know that? So you have to fill the W-2, no, for the employees.
Yes, you do. So in this case, right, there's a place for it, and that's where I was talking to you about, where on the subsidiary ledger, I have a spot for employees, right? But for you, if you're doing Word document, I posted a separate page for the employees, Okay, so if I click employees, right, here you go. I have all this information that I need to collect from her. So in this case, right, who is going to be the person, right? What's the employee's first name?
Irene
Her name's Irene. Okay, what's her last name?
Jameson.
Jameson. What was the amount of payroll? How much is her pay rate?
How much is 8.5?
Yeah, $8.50 an hour. Okay, good. So now in this case, right? When is my actual payroll date? So I'm gonna go ahead and verify that. So if I go into my journal, the very first page I have in my journal is my calendar. This tells me when pay days are available. So in this case, the pay date is when?
Payrolls the 4th, the 28th.
The 28th, okay, is payroll. Where else? And the 14th
We
is
have another
payroll.
one. We have the yes.
Because
the
it's she's
14th.
getting paid every 2 weeks, right? The payroll schedule is is biweekly. So that means on the 14th is the day that pay day is going to be. In this case, right? I hired her on the payroll date. So that means she missed that payroll period because it's already over. So in this case, right, I need to make a note that when is the next time I need to pay her? Next time I need to pay her is?
Another 2 weeks, the 28th.
Yep, June 28th is when I'm going to actually pay her. Okay, so that's what I need to make a note that the next time I have to pay her is the 28th of June. All right, this is Irene Jameson. She's going to work $8.50 an hour. Okay, so then when I calculate, when she submits her payroll sheet, her timesheet to me, it's going to list out all the information that I need, right? Including her W-4 form and how many hours she worked that week and how much she's going to earn, right? So in this case, that's it that I need to do here for my payroll because I don't need to process payroll until the 28th of June.
8th of June.
Okay. So good. All right. What's next?
To calculate how much you're gonna pay her.
Why do you need to calculate how much she needs to pay her? She hasn't started work yet.
She didn't start to work. Okay.
Yeah, because what if one day she calls in sick?
She doesn't start. Yeah, and she doesn't want to work.
Yeah, exactly. What if she doesn't work? What if she missed her first day of training?
That's right. So just wait.
Just wait, because right now it's only the 11th. She hasn't even started working yet. So you don't need to calculate anything until the 28th where she submits her timesheet in. Okay. There you go. So what happened next?
We hire Albert Allen.
Okay. As a sales representative. So what does that mean? What does that tell us? What does a separate sales representative mean?
It doesn't have a rate. It have a commission.
So if they do not technically work for the company and they're strictly based off of commissions, what does that tell us? Are they an actual employee?
It depends. It have a schedule or it doesn't have schedule or it's not. If it's not working for the company, it's not. But we have you remember we have a common law and I forget the second one.
What's the rule of common law?
The common law is a regular. Is have a schedule. Is doing what she
correct.
said.
In this case, right? Did what are the two types of ways I can pay this person, right? I can either pay them hourly or salary, right?
Or salary.
In this case, is there anywhere in that description that says I am going to pay this person hourly or salary?
No.
How am I going to be paying this guy?
You pay commission 10%
We're
for the
pay
sale.
exactly. So in this case, right? If it's a commission-based worker, what does that tell you? Does that person need to come into the office every single day?
No.
No, their main job is to be a sales representative. So if they're being based off of commissions, which is total earnings of sales, what does that mean? This person is a 1099 worker.
99.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because this person isn't told when to come into the office. Their job is to just to sell products out for you. That's it.
But that's all. It's not coming. It doesn't have a when it's not working outside. I don't remember the second that it is common and the other one that we focus.
Statutory employee.
Statutory, exactly.
This
Yeah,
person
it's
is
gonna be
not
statutory.
a statutory, no, because we don't tell this person how to do their job. Their job is to sell our products.
Sell.
How
Just
do
sell.
they sell it? We don't care. When do they sell it? We don't care. How much do they sell it? We don't care.
But
All we care is that if you sell the product, we'll give you 10% of the pay.
okay, so
Okay.
it's like a subcontractor or something like that. So
Yes, so this is an independent contractor 1099 worker.
99 worker.
Okay, so that means we don't have any obligations to pay for any payroll liabilities for this person. However, we do need to make sure that we keep track of the sales that they make, so we can be able to calculate the 10% commissions that this person gets. As far as benefits, no extra benefits deduction, no extra other stuff. Okay, and work is to be start on when?
This 17, June 17.
June 17 is when they need to start working. Okay, so again, payment day, pay date is the same as the payroll period. So that means this person is going to earn their check the same day that our hourly workers also earn their paycheck too. Okay, so in this case, right? What do we do with this transaction?
The same like Iron, we have to record that like that. We know that the commission that we have to pay him and everything. No.
So if you go to your payroll, you have a table for commissions expense. Okay, so who is this worker?
It is Albert Allen.
Yep, right here. Albert Allen. Okay. And in this case, it's already said right here that this person is going to be that this person's going to earn 10% of commissions. So again, that means we are responsible, as well as he is responsible, to let us know how much money he's earned for the company by the sales that he makes. Okay, so he has a list of the customers, he has a list of all the invoices, and he earns 10% of the sales. So we need to be able to calculate all that much amount in there.
Oh, so that's a page. That's a page for every person that you have on commission, right?
Yes. In this case, we're only hiring one person because we can't afford to have employees, right? But we can't be able to run a coffee shop by ourselves. Okay, we need to hire at least one or two people so we can have multiple sales going on and earn the money that we can. Okay? All right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's see what is next.
So on the 12th, pay 85 for a quarter page newspaper. You do a advertisement. Yeah, you buy a quarter page of newspaper.
All right, so we bought an ad to run into the local newspaper, so then we can attract customers, to be able to know that we are a grand opening store, right? Anybody who goes in for a grand opening, they get 20% discount off of everything, right? We need to make sure that we can market our business by letting people know that, hey, we're a brand new store. Come and check out our store. So in this case, right, we bought a section in the newspaper. How much did it cost us?
85.
It cost us $85. In this case, how did we pay?
Pay with business credit card.
We paid with a business credit card. So, right? Where does it say in our books that we have a business credit card, or what kind of account would we use for a business credit card?
Let me see. Here, Visa payable on liabilities.
Perfect. Visa payable on liabilities. So in this case, right, I bought a newspaper ad. What do you call that?
That's advertisement.
Mhm.
I don't know how.
Advertising expense. Good.
Advertising. I blocked advertising expense. It is 60,000. Advertising expense.
Okay.
Mhm.
And we use Visa payable to pay for our good. So in this case, Visa payable is going to be
22,000. 22,000.
good. And how much was the advertisement for?
$85
$85.
per page.
Okay.
So it's a quarter page on from Las Vegas RJ.
Mm-hmm. So in this case, Las Vegas RJ, which could be for register journal, okay, newspaper, okay,
Uh-huh.
and then you can even write here saying that you paid for, what is it, a fourth of a page for advertisement.
Yep.
So quarter
A quarter page.
page newspaper ad, okay, and that's pretty much it, right?
That's all.
That's it.
Yes.
All right. So in this case, let's go ahead and
The ledger.
ledger. Yes, update the ledger. Okay, so update the ledger. So in this case, we have advertising expense. So we're going to go to our expenses.
Advertisement. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Very first account right here.
Yes.
612. Okay. So again, fourth page newspaper ad. Okay. Post reference general journal number 4.
Number 4.
We debited our account, right, because we incurred an expense and we paid it. Okay. So in this case, you could also make a note here that how did you pay it? I used Visa payable.
Visa.
Okay. For $85. So therefore, we just used our credit card for the first time. So we're going to go to our liabilities. Okay. And we're going to make a note that we charged our credit card for the first time. Okay. So we got Visa payable. Okay.
For $85.
$85.
Per page.
Okay. So it's up to you what you want to put here, because on a credit card, right, when you do look at a credit card statement, right, what do you see on there? You generally do not see a description of what the idea is. You just see the vendor's name and where it was charged, and that's it, and the date, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, it is up to you on what kind of description, because in this case, right, if we compare and do, let's say, a credit card reconciliation, right? Then we need to make sure that our numbers match the statement's number. But it's kind of hard to determine, right, who is who. So it's up to you what you want to write here. In this case, I'm going to make sure that I write that I bought a newspaper ad. That's all I need to put.
Is on the statement you're gonna have the name of the company. Is no
Correct. But in this case, like, this is to tell me why I charge the money to this company.
the money.
Because if I just see LVRJ, would I know what that is?
You're supposed to, but
Yeah, exactly. But and if you're constantly charging your credit card for this and this, right? If I go to restaurant supplies and it just says restaurant supplies, do I know what I bought?
no.
No. So in this case, I know in my journal that I charged $85 because I bought a newspaper ad. The credit card company, the credit card is only going to tell you that you charged money to Las Vegas RJ. It's not going to tell you why.
Why?
So in this case, I'm going to put in my books why I bought that. Okay. So again, general journal number 4. And because I used my credit card for the first time, it's increasing liability because who do I owe? And do I owe other people money or do I owe the credit card company money?
The credit card company.
You're going to owe the credit card company money. Okay?
For the reconciliation, you don't need the exact. You need the name of the company. No, the expense that you and the date is gonna give you the transaction. No.
Yes and no, but in this case, I'm not gonna. We're not gonna do a credit card reconciliation. Okay, because it's much easier if you if you're a person who keeps track of your transactions. You're better off just using online banking where you can take a look at your credit card at any given time and be able to do that versus have to pinpoint the exact item here. Okay. All right, so you owe $85 for advertising expense. Okay, so I have advertising expense and it updated by Visa payable account. So what is next?
The subsidiary journal ledger.
Yes, the subsidiary ledger is next. Okay, so in this case, I have the Las Vegas vendors, Las Vegas RJ. So let's see, Las Vegas. Here you go, nope. It's actually the very first one. Nope. Right here, Las Vegas. Right here. Oh wait, no, landlord properties. No, one more. Las Vegas RJ. Here they are. Okay, there you go. Okay. So it is the 12th. Okay. What did we buy? We bought half quarter page newspaper ad to run from the 15th of June all the way to the 20th of June. Okay. Invoice number in this case, there's no invoice number, right? It should be some kind of contract or credit card transaction number. In this case, I don't have one, so that's okay. Post reference.
Journal number 4.
And in this case, this isn't a bill, right? This is I paid. I just paid them at time of service, so there's no need for terms. Okay. What was the billing information amount for? $85. Which did I make a payment?
Yes.
Yes, you do. So this is where I may have written this in here. I also want to say, how did I pay? I paid with a Visa. Okay. So I paid with a Visa credit card for $85. So therefore, right, what a Visa payable does, it acts as if you have money and you paid right then and there. So therefore, you should owe $0 to LVRJ. Okay?
Now you have $85 from the bank. You're supposed to record that on the bank that from the credit card or no?
In this case, no,
Yeah.
because when do credit card statements usually bill you for?
The Visa at the end of the month.
At the end of the month, where you have accumulated all the amount that you owe, right? Because you could be charging the credit card left and right the day that you received it, right? So in this case, they do not bill you until the end of the month's transaction, and then that's where they charge you interest as well. Okay, so in this case, nothing you need to
Nothing
put here,
else.
nothing else. No, you don't need to put that in the the um, the main bank, or no, in this case, National Bank Visa credit card. You don't need to put that in there because you didn't receive a bill from them yet, because this is the very first transaction you've done. They only bill you based upon the total outstanding balance you have on the credit card. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
All right, so it is exactly 3 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and stop here so you can go on your break. So let me go ahead and highlight this section here because we are going to continue from here. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and let's take your 20-minute break. So please be back no later than 3:20.
3:20.